I'm about to show you 4 ways that you can use the new AI blocks to automate your ships that don't involve drones. They're easy to implement and useful for any style of play. The first tip is to create a simple autopilot. I'm going to cover some of the problems you can encounter. It's not the best pilot, but it'll get you to your destination and it'll free you up to complete other tasks while you're in transit. You're going to need an AI flight block and an AI basic block. We'll start with the AI flight block. The speed and altitude settings are important to consider. If your ship is able to dodge and weave easily, you can experiment with having your speed high and your altitude low. But for a lunk of a ship like mine, we're going to have it relatively slow at 50 meters a second and high at the maximum setting of 500 meters. For ships that you're going to occupy or may not have sufficient thrust in every direction, it's important to have align to P gravity selected, as that will keep your ship in a predictable attitude when flying in gravity. And I'd also recommend that you have your pitch and roll values relatively low if you need comfort. I find values of about 5 to 10 are about as high as I'd go to keep things comfortable, but I encourage you to experiment with different values and find what works best for you and your ship. Just make sure collision avoidance is turned on. Next up, we look at the AI basic block. This is what's going to guide our ship to our destination. First of all, select your objective. Autopilot is the more accurate option, and it will do its best to get you as close to your destination as possible. Follow home is better for when you might not want to get too close, such as with this waypoint taken directly on the station platform. But make sure your minimum range is set to something sensible. My ship's pretty big, so I'm going with 200 meters. Then you just need to turn AI behavior on for both the AI flight and AI basic block, and you're on your way. Tip 2 is setting up an auto docking system. There's a few ways to do this, but this is the way I like to do it. You're going to need an AI move and AI recorder block. First of all, make sure you turn off any AI blocks. We do this for the safety of your ship and those around you. We're going to start a new toolbar just to keep things clean. Find your AI recorder block and add it to your toolbar. You'll want to add play on off and add waypoint for this block. You've no doubt noticed that we're currently docked at our destination. This is because I like to record the steps backwards. When you're ready to record your path, press your add waypoint button and fly your pattern. I'm going to back out, set up a waypoint, fly up to cruising altitude and set another waypoint. Before we're ready, we need to adjust some block settings. We're going to reverse the order of the waypoints in the AI recorder block, and then we'll make the following changes in the AI flight block. Turn off collision avoidance, turn on precision mode, set the speed to something you're comfortable with, and set the altitude to 0. Once you've got that set, turn on the AI behavior options for the blocks involved, and when you're ready to dock, press play, and your ship will float into position. There have been a lot of players not quite able to get things aligned perfectly when using the recorder, so I recommend that when the ship is in place, you press P to finish the procedure. Tip number 3 is perfect for people looking for things, either from one of the search contracts or when you're just searching in general. For this, you're going to need an AI offensive block and an AI flight block. For the flight block, make sure collision avoidance is on and precision mode is off. Set a relatively slow speed, as you might end up close to the terrain or an asteroid, and set the minimum altitude relatively low too, so that your ship can get close to its target. For the offensive block, you should set it to target enemies and neutrals, and it should prioritize the closest signal. For threatening subsystem, select power, as what you're searching for may not have weapons or thrusters, but probably has power. For the attack pattern, select stay at range. This will cause your ship to fly towards your target rather than around it. For the facing mode, select manual facing priority and choose an appropriate side of your ship. It will point at what it finds using that face, so in my case, I'm selecting forward. For the update frequency, you'll want to bring that lower, but don't bring it too low, as this may contribute to lag. That's everything set up for the blocks. You might want to use the autopilot to have your ship take you to the search zone, but in this case I've flown there manually. Upon entering the search zone, we've luckily immediately found the lost craft, but we're going to ignore it for now and instead turn on the AI behaviors. Immediately, the AI offensive block has found the target. We just need to leave the ship and get to the target to complete the contract. For tip number 4, And with the sun setting here on Triton, we're going to set up something that will have your ship run away when it's approached by something potentially hostile. Perfect for those who are playing on servers with a hostile environment, such as PvP or hostile NPC mods like Grievous. Starting with the AI flight block, we need to make a few judgment calls. Running away is best done very quickly, so a speed of 100 meters is what I'm selecting here. But remember that ships that are not agile may struggle to avoid things at high speeds. I'm also setting the minimum altitude low enough to hide in the safe zone for this station, but bear in mind the capabilities of your ship. Collision avoidance should be on, and precision mode should be off, as that can slow down your ship. Moving on to the AI defensive block, you'll want to defend against enemies and neutrals, and I would recommend also turning on target lock, as locking a target can help your ship find what's approaching if you're armed, and target characters will help you defend against Hydramen. Bear in mind that Hydramen can by default fly 10% faster than your ships, so if this is a concern for you, make sure you have some turrets to protect against them. For the flee trigger, select always, and for flee target, select your known safe location or somewhere extremely far away. Set your flee waypoint size to something reasonable for your destination. I'm setting it to 25 meters here to ensure that it hides inside the safe zone. As a demonstration, I'm going to hand over my ship to the space pirates. As you can see, almost immediately, the ship recognizes me as a threat and runs away. With that completed, check out this video, it might be just what you need.